Hi everyone, a bit late with the weekly video. It's been an exciting week, bit of a roller coaster. Obviously last week's video was a little bit different. I felt there was some important things I wanted to get off my chest, and I didn't include everyone that is being greatly affected by things in the world right now, because I was focusing on the people who were most affected by the issues I was discussing last week. So for those who maybe subscribed and then unsubscribed, that was a roller coaster, then they will be pleased to hear that obviously as a podcast we are just generally against the abuse of human rights towards all people, and we're for equality for all and peace, love and hippy dippy fun for everyone. I think that would cover everything good that we want to see in the world. But it is movie time. It's been a great result for the Oscars. I have to admit that cynicism gave in at the last minute, and I thought the Academy was going to go for the safety of the Fabelmans and Spielberg. I thought it could be one of those years where the middle ground ends up ploughing towards the winning podium. That was not the case. Everything Everywhere All at Once, Michelle Yeoh, Ki Hai Kwan, again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correct, but I think I'm getting better at it. But all wonderful wins. Jamie Lee Curtis, that was probably the most unexpected of them. Great film, highly recommend. Really want a UK Blu-ray release, a decent release. In the meantime, I did get some mail. Also, after enjoying the 3D fun of The Mad Magician last week, someone had been chatting recently about the Great Gatsby 3D Blu-ray. So I made some time the other evening to watch that in 3D. I mean, it's great. I really enjoyed it. It's a good adaptation of the story. The 3D's great. It's, you know, I guess I should say, you know, it's a jolly good time, old sport. Please don't be distracted by my wardrobe choice this evening. This was a gift from Martin Scorsese, because that's how we roll at the podcast. If you are catching up on Oscar contenders, Oscar winners, any film involved in that title race, I will reiterate, I really loved All Quiet on the Western Front. I know some people didn't. I think it was amazing. A worthy winner. I think it won for the best score. Fantastic. I also decided to treat myself to The Quiet Girl last week and see what all the fuss was about. You'll be pleased and maybe pleasantly surprised to know that I watched it already and I really enjoyed it. I don't think it was quite as effective and moving as Aftersun, although Aftersun is very possibly still now my favourite film of 2022. But The Quiet Girl is wonderful. It's quite moving. It is, as the title suggests, quite a quiet film. Shows the importance of any people that can play a part in shaping a child's life, a child's formative years, a child's ability to learn about kindness and unselfishness, and just how different family units can operate if they've only seen the one perhaps not so good example. It's really lovely film. There are one or two moments that just tug at your heartstrings so well. I would describe them, but that would spoil the experience of watching the film and seeing what it does so well in the smallest ways. And just through the post today, I received Punk Samurai and Electric Dragon 80,000. I almost couldn't read numbers there. Another two releases from Third Window Films. I have so many Third Window Films releases dotted around the cinema room that I haven't made time for yet. Shame on me. I have one or two that I bought after having seen the film already, maybe through Mubi or Criterion or other streaming services, they do put together some really nice quality different product. So I'm really happy to support them and do that, even if it just adds to the pile of movies that I'm hoping to get through before a decade has passed. I do have a week off soon, so hopefully I can prioritise some third window films titles in that week. That would be nice. Then again, there are so many things vying for my attention. I've mentioned before all of the Hong Kong action films, the Shaw Brothers sets that have come from Arrow, the Magic, Myth and Mutilation set that was another fine, stupendous set from Indicator. So many different journeys to go on that I'm looking forward to making time for those. But obviously there's also the films for the podcast. There's also the daily review I have on my blog, and there are the other things that I keep up with. You know, I watched We Have a Ghost on Netflix at the weekend. It was crap, but I wasted 2 hours of my time watching that because it seemed like a comfortable viewing choice that would be easy for a Saturday evening. It was just like no good, really disappointing. And it's one of those films, again, it feels like content, you know. Netflix do this a lot. Disney Plus sometimes, but a lot of their content is aimed at children anyway, so they don't feel like banner movies that you'll be going out of your way to watch at the weekend. Although they've got a great selection of the award winners in there, Banshees of Inisherin, Empire of Light, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Just different things on there. Netflix really push things, and then you watch something, you're like, yeah, I've just given in to consuming more content, and I could have picked one of 1,000 better titles to look for there. I could have picked one of 1,000 better titles from this room instead of just going through Netflix and having a look. But there you go. I'm sure some people liked We Have a Ghost. I am always happy to see David Harbour and things. I really quite like him lately, even though he's not picked the best projects for himself. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I would advise against it, but some will like it. Apparently, there have been mixed reviews on the Luther movie that has also ended up on Netflix, and I'd be keen to hear your thoughts on that. I am aiming to watch Luther from the start at some point. I've only seen little clips. I've heard it'll be right in my wheelhouse, so that would be good. But if you have any recommendations, anything that you think I should put right to the top of the pile in terms of third window films, whether it's the Magic, Myth and Mutilation set, whether it's the Shawscope, please do, because as I say, I made time for The Great Gatsby after a conversation about it. I do not regret making that time. I really enjoyed it, but I needed that kick up the backside from someone, and I got that. That was mainly Jose and company. You know who you are. Thank you very much. That's it for this week. We shall see what arrives next week. What will be the talking point? Who knows? I never do until a minute before I start recording. Anyway, bye.